UFC 329 wrapped up, and in this video, I'll be going over the main card, not just the main card, but the prelims as well, looking at some of the key fighters and saying who should fight who next, matchmake them. First up, main event, Conor McGregor! Shout out to Michael Chandler. You know what the craziest thing about all this is, man? The idea that Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor was 50-50 all along. Like, Michael Chandler really could have beat Conor McGregor, got paid $3 million, and rode off into the sunset, bro. That's honestly crazy. But Conor, retire, man. I mean, there's nothing left for you. First ever two division champion, has wins in 3 different weight classes. One of 2 people, I guess 3 with Max now, but one of 3 people with knockouts or TKOs in 3 classes. Like, titan in the sport. No reason to keep going, bro. Rest up, recover, enjoy your 30 mil, coach, become an analyst, a commentator, whatever. Pack it up, McGregor. You've done enough. Holloway. Now, I know Holloway wants McGregor 3. I know Holloway is saying he wants to, fight Islam. He wants to fight Gaethje, all this and that. Like, man, he beat Gaethje. Gaethje's the current champion. There's some history there. That's great. Then he lost to Ilya at featherweight. Comes up to lightweight, right? Beats Dustin Poirier. It's a great win. I don't take that away from him, but he beat Dustin, past his prime, going into retirement, and then loses to Oliveira at 326, and then beats McGregor the way he did. Like, I don't think Max should be in any title conversations at the moment. I don't think that we need to see Gaethje versus Holloway 2, or he's definitely not fighting Islam. Like, Protes and Morales are way above him. I think Max should fight. I think he should fight Rufy next. I mean, Rufy's coming off that win over Michael Chandler. 2 strikers. Max doesn't have to worry about, a UFC 326 type scenario where he's getting out grappled and held down for 25 minutes. Fight Rufy, bro. I mean, if you win, great. That's a great payday for you. It's another win on your record at lightweight. And if you lose, then Rufy's not that bad. I mean, Rufy's coming up. He's a good fighter. Like, I know he lost to BSD. That's aging poorly, but Rufy's a great fighter. No shame in that. I really think Max should fight Rufy. I think that, and the next fight, the co-main event, I'll clear that up some more. But I really think Max should fight Rufy. Next up, Paddy versus BSD. Now, BSD, bro, in jiu-jitsu, when I shoot a double leg with my head down, I get put in a guillotine and called a retard. When BSD does it, he gets paid $500,000, bro. I mean, I shoot with my head down and everyone thinks I'm an idiot. He does it and he gets $500,000. How does that work, bro? Anyways, BSD, I don't know what the game plan was. You got to fight down after this. And I think BSD should fight Fiziev. I mean, Fiziev is a striker coming up on a win. He lost to Gaethje last year at, what was it, 313? The Alex Pereira Ankalaev 2 or 1, sorry. I believe that was 313. He beat Torres most recently in their fight night. Another striker. I think that would I don't say another striker because BSD, he does have that submission win over Rufy, and he did grapple with Hooker a little bit. He couldn't pull off the submission, the head and arm triangle, so he won by TKO. But he's not a complete striker. But that being said, he does do better against strikers. So I would say that Fiziev coming off of a win, a lower ranked opponent, that's the best fight for benoitsaintdenis. Paddy, on the other hand, give him Ilya. I mean, these guys have personal beef. They've been arguing since 2021 at the earliest. They both have a common opponent, Justin Gaethje, who I think Paddy did better against. I really think Paddy had a way better showing against Ilya. Like, even disregard the fact that Ilya quit on the stool and Paddy went the distance. I think he was a harder match for Gaethje. I know Ilya had some moments as well. He won the second round. He dropped Gaethje. That being said, I do think Paddy was more dangerous in that fight against Gaethje than Ilya was in their fight. So, like I said, personal beef, common opponent. They're 1 to 2 wins away from the lightweight belt, at least from a title shot. So give Paddy Ilya. That just makes sense to me. I think these are the only lightweight guys outside of Bobby Green and Terrence McKinney. So I'll just talk about lightweight real quick. Gaethje, either give him Arman Tsarukyan now or make Arman fight Oliveira, and the winner fights Gaethje. Then Ilya versus Paddy, Holloway versus Rufy, BSD versus Fiziev, and then who's left in lightweight? I think that's everybody, but Gaethje either fights Arman or the winner of Arman versus Oliveira. Ilya fights Paddy. Holloway fights Rufy. BSD versus Fiziev. Gamrot, I think he has a fight scheduled, right? Yeah, he has a fight scheduled against Quillen Salkeld. Moicano, he's not in the mix. So, yeah, I mean, that makes the most sense to me. Next up, Sandhagen versus Batista. Now, this is it was a close fight. I mean, I do think Batista won. I understand that people think Corey won rounds what 1 and 3. They think he not that was a robbery, but the decision should have gone to him. I don't feel that way. This is probably Corey's worst loss in the sense that like he's lost to Jan, a current champion. He's lost to Marab, possibly the bantamweight goat. He has these respectable losses. This it's not a bad one, but it's his worst one, if that makes sense. Fight Talbot. I think that he needs to fight down. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. Lost to Marab at 320. Now lost to Batista 329. Talbot, he beat Cejudo last year at 323 December. We haven't heard or seen him in a while. I definitely think that's the best fight to make for Sandhagen. Going over the bantamweight and flyweight right now are a little convoluted in terms of like the champions are holding up the division because in both divisions there's like 2 to 3 guys that are very, they have decent claims to a title shot. In both divisions, there's one guy in flyweight would be Pantoja, and then in bantam would be Marab, guys who like they undeniably have a title shot. But if they cannot fight due to injuries or they need time off, more time off, whatever, then there are a few other guys like Manel Kopp in flyweight or in bantamweight, Sean O'Malley, Umar, etc. on these win streaks that they definitely have a decent claim to a title shot. So in bantamweight, let's see, Marab or Jan is champion. If Marab is ready to fight Jan when Jan comes back from his back surgery, give him Marab. He deserves it 100%. If not, O'Malley's next up. O'Malley is on a 3-fight win streak. He beat Song Yadong, he's beat Ayman Zahabi, and he's beat who else? Who's the third one? Zahabi, Yadong, and I lost to Marab. So he's on a 2-fight win streak. Okay, I thought it was 3. Umar's on a 3, I believe. Umar's also in the mix. Umar's beat Davison Figueiredo, Batista, and lost to Marab. Okay, so Umar's on a 2-fight losing streak, or sorry, win streak since his loss to Marab. Same with O'Malley. Either of those guys has a decent claim to a title shot, in my opinion, against Jan. Um, O'Malley's is probably a little bit stronger since he has that history, that win over Marab, or sorry, over Jan. I think that's a little. He has that better claim to a shot, but anyways, Jan, Marab or O'Malley, and then Umar, he has a fight scheduled. If he wins that, he's in line for a title shot. We really need Jan to fight to get things moving. Batista, who does he even fight? I mean, he beat Vinicius Oliveira, beat Sandhagen. He should fight the loser of whoever Jan fights next. I mean, that just makes the most amount of sense. I mean, we really need this, or maybe Corey fight Talbot, and then Batista fight Song Yadong. Song Yadong has just beat Davison Figueiredo, lost to O'Malley before that. It's like I said, it's really just convoluted because Jan is not fighting. We need him to fight O'Malley or Marab and just get things moving, clear things up a little bit. Umar has a fight scheduled, which kind of helps things. I think Song Yadong is the best fight for Batista. Song's on that 1-fight win streak over Figueiredo, and Batista's on a 2-fight win streak. Neither of them has a solid claim to a title shot, but one more win will obviously help get them closer to it. Royval and Kavanaugh, like I said, flyweight and Bantam are probably the most convoluted in terms of the title shots just because the champions aren't fighting at the moment. Now, Royval, he pulled off the win over Kavanaugh. It was a good one. He got caught a little bit. I mean, there was he got dropped once. Yeah, Kavanaugh had one knockdown. He Kavanaugh landed one takedown. Royval had 3. There was a point where Kavanaugh was stalling. He had Royval in like a front headlock. I don't remember exactly what it was. And then he was stalling, and then but Royval slipped out of it and then ended up getting the sub on Kavanaugh later in the third. That being said, this division is a little bit, there's a little bit of a logjam, just like bantamweight. Joshua Van, when you're ready to fight next, if Pantoja is ready, he obviously gets the shot. If Pantoja is not ready, fight Manel Kopp, and then Pantoja fights the winner. Pantoja had 4 title defenses. He deserves a title shot no matter who the champion is. Royval coming off of that win, he could either fight Hatsuru Taira and no. Let's see. I mean, Taira needs to fight down just because everybody ahead of him is fighting for a belt. So we also have Horiguchi in the mix. I think Horiguchi versus Kavanaugh, and then Royval versus Taira too. I mean, Taira has a win over Royval. It's an opportunity for Royval to get his win back in the rematch against Taira. I think that I do think that it's a competitive fight. I mean, Royval, I don't want to say his chin is compromised, but he got knocked out by Manel Cop, TKO'd, got dropped by Kavanaugh. Taira's not necessarily the hardest hitter in the division, so he kind of that does help him out. However, his grappling is nasty. He's probably got the second best grappling in the division. I'm talking about Taira at the moment, behind Pantoja, obviously. I think that or Horiguchi's is up there too, but I do think that that is a good fight. They have, like I said, the personal not beef, but they do have history. Royval and Taira, and then I do think that is probably the best match for him stylistically. And Kavanaugh, I'll give him Horiguchi. I mean, Horiguchi, unfortunately, he just lost to Manel Cop. He was winning the first two rounds up until getting caught. You know, it was one of those things where he was a more technical fighter, but luck was not on his side that night. So Loner Kavanaugh, he's moving up. He's beaten Brandon Moreno. He had Royval down bad at times. He's a young up and comer. He'll probably touch gold one day. I do think he's someone with a lot of potential. Give him Horiguchi, an older vet, just like Royval, but a better fighter in my opinion, more technical. Give him Horiguchi. If he doesn't win, if he wins, he gets closer to a belt, and if he loses, he learns a lot from it. There's no real losing that fight, in my opinion, especially since it's not going to be for a belt or a real title eliminator, because like I said, the division is so log jammed. Next, King Green versus Terrence McKinney. King, Bobby Green, unranked at the moment. I believe that was his third fight this year. He's got Zell Huber, Jeremy Stevens, which doesn't really count. I mean, who the fuck is that guy? And then Terrence McKinney. This is his best win. I mean, probably goes McKinney, Zell Huber, then Jeremy Stevens. I think him and I don't know if this is true or not. I've been seeing some rumors of him and or whispers, I'll say, him and Dan Hooker talking about fighting. If they are, schedule it. I mean, give Bobby a ranked opponent. He's got 3 unranked wins this year, all finishes. I mean, give him Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's coming off that loss to BSD, and then he had another loss before that, right? Like immediately before. Let me double check. Um, oh yeah, to Armin Sarukian. I didn't even get to pull it up. I just remembered Armin Sarukian lost that Fight Night Cutter last year. So not bad losses for Hooker. I mean, BSD is not terrible. He's not that bad. I don't think he's top 5, but he's definitely deserving of that ranked position. Armin Sarukian, obviously not a bad loss at all. So give Bobby Dan Hooker. I definitely think that that would be a great fun match. They keep putting Bobby on these main cards, UFC 328, wow, 328 and 329 main cards. Quick turnaround for Bobby. Yeah, that could definitely be like an opening fight for a UFC 332 or 3 main card. That'd be a fun fight. Terrence McKinney, lost to Bobby Green, unranked fighter. He's got 3 losses on his record now, right? Terrence McKinney. I believe he's got 3. I'm not seeing his record. Um, he's been finished a couple times, right, in the first round. Let me see. 1, 2, yeah, 3 times finished in the first round. I don't really know any unranked lightweight guys that stand out that you could give to McKinney. Let me think about some ranked guy. I mean, you wouldn't give him a ranked opponent after losing to an unranked guy, but like I'm trying to think of guys that are unranked that are coming up. I know Rubovic's just lost to Gamrot at 327. Let's see if he's no longer ranked. You could give him Chris Duncan, lost to Moicano. You could give him Beneil Dariush, but why? I mean, he doesn't really get to fight up a ranked opponent after this loss. Man, I can't think of any unranked lightweights at the moment that really stand out. I mean, there's Chris Duncan, Esteban Ribovics, who I believe has a fight scheduled actually. Chonko, he's unranked, but he'll definitely get ranked. I don't think he'll fight Terrence McKinney. He'll probably skyrocket through the rankings. Nikita Krylov and Robert Whitaker. Now, Robert, he got the win. It looked like he broke Nikita's jaw. I don't think we've got an actual update on what happened there, but he looked pretty rough in that first round. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to see these first round stats. Nikita had 3 out of 5 takedowns, no knockdowns, but Robert, he looked like he gassed badly in the first round, came back in the second, and then won in the third. Um, it's a good win for him. I do think that a lot of people were saying that he's a lot smaller than these light heavyweights. I don't think he looked too small in the cage, but I really don't think he looked that small at all in the cage. But it's gonna be tough for him, bro. It's gonna be bad, Robert Whitaker at light heavyweight, bro. I mean, imagine him against like a Khalil Roundtree or Yuri Prohaska. I don't know. Nikita Krylov. Light heavyweight's an interesting one because it looks like everybody's moving up. Like if you look at light heavyweight, the bottom of the rankings right now, they had Nikita Krylov at uh oh, Meta doesn't even have him ranked. If you look at the media rankings, okay, he was 12. Johnny Walker's 13, but he's moving up to heavyweight allegedly. Alexander Rakic is 14, moving up to heavyweight, and then 15 is Alonzo Menafield. So Nikita Krylov, there's no the only guy underneath him ranked that's still in light heavyweight is Alonzo Menafield, and I don't think that you need to book that fight. I think Alonzo Menafield wins via knockout or TKO. I mean, he's coming off that win over Zhang Ming Yang, who I don't want to say Walker fraud checked him, but he definitely broke his streak. You know, snapped his momentum or stopped his momentum. So he would definitely need an unranked opponent. Robert Whitaker, though, man, maybe you give like I don't even want to say RDR for Nikita Krylov. That seems too high. RDR was a what top 5, top 6 um, middleweight. Robert Whitaker, on the other hand, Johnny's moving up. Alexander's moving up. You could give him Reyes. You could give him the loser of Bogdan Guskov versus Jan Blachowicz, but I'm pretty sure Jan retires after that fight, so you don't even give him him. Volkan Oezdemir. I mean, Azamat Murzakanov. He was on a 16 fight. What was he? He was on a, 16 and 0. So you wouldn't give him someone that low as Whitaker. Guskov versus Blachowicz will probably retire. So Nikita Krylov or Nikita. I don't even know where you put him, man, because everybody below him is. I mean, it's Menafield's either going to knock him out or win by a TKO, and then the other two people are moving up to Walker and Rakic are moving up to heavyweight. Whitaker, I say you give him Reyes, especially if that 327 performance. I think that that's not someone that in this day and age Whitaker needs to worry about too badly, like getting knocked out. Because Whitaker looked rough in that first round, bro. His cardio looked bad. He got wobbled once. I mean, he came back and got the win, but man, Gable Steveson, this this was probably as close to a layup as you can make in the UFC in terms of like the betting odds. I know heavyweight is one of those divisions where like you can be the most technical guy in the world. Like think about like Volkov versus Derek Lewis. You could be Alexander Volkov winning the entire fight and get caught at the end. Like this is really a division where the term lucky punch really stands out. There were some moments where Elisha Ellison, he had Gable, he was rocking him a little bit. Obviously, Gable got the win. I think Brando Pericic at heavyweight is a great fight for Stevenson. Just the way that he fought against Shamil Gaziev and the way Gable fought against Elisha Ellison, I think that's a solid matchup for him. Obviously, Gable has better grappling. He's gonna have better grappling than 99% of heavyweight, and pound for pound has probably better grappling than 90% of the UFC in general. That being said, Brando Pericic had a real fun fight against Shamil Gaziev. It's gonna be one of those stand and bang kind of fights, and you can see Gable. I mean, he shot one takedown, and it 0-1. He's he was trying to show off the striking. He was trying to show like, hey, I'm not just a one-trick pony. I'm someone that needs to be taken seriously. You will give me my respect, or I will take it from you. I think that Brando Pericic, who's ranked 12th at heavyweight, I think that's a good fight for him stylistically. I think it's someone that's going to play that game of we're going to stand here and strike, and whoever gets chin first is going to sleep. That's that. I definitely think that's a good match for him. Heavyweight, it's in a real weird spot right now where that's the only division where if you look at the top 15 guys, there are clear tiers based on skill. It's like at the very top is Aspinall and Gone. The next tier is like Volkov, Pereira, Pavlovich. The next tier, or I would put Hokit in that second tier as well. Then you have all these other guys underneath, like Curtis Blades, um, Derek Lewis last year. Who else? Waldo Cortez Acosta. Guys like that. And then you have like the fourth tier under that. It's like Walter Walker, who's coming up, Marcin Tybura, Sergey Spivak, et cetera, et cetera. So very clearly divided heavyweight. Cody Garbrandt, retire, bro. Retire. Cody Garbrandt, and he's young too. That's the crazy thing is Cody's like 33, 34. That is actually crazy. Cody Garbrandt, retire, dude. He's like a I don't know if you're down bad for money or not. I don't know your personal situation, but man, you do not want to be Tony Ferguson maxing, bro. Like you just retire. Like there's no and he just fought too at 326. He fought who's that Asian dude he fought that was just hitting him in the nuts every 2 seconds. Oh my god, it's gonna kill me if I don't remember this. Who did you just fight, Cody? It was like Zhao, right? Something like that, like Zhao Long, Zhao Long. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, damn, that would have been bad. I knew there was a Zhao in there somewhere, but Cody, retire, dude. Is he even ranked? I don't think so. Yeah, he's not ranked. Yeah. Adrian Yanez, there's no ranked opponent. I mean, maybe a Marcus McGee. Fareed Basharat's obviously moving up after this. I think he should fight Raul Rosas. I'll get into that. But Adrian Yanez, maybe Hani Barcelos. He beat Cody as well. Maybe, but he's also got that win over Talbot. No, yeah, I think. Yeah, he's got a win over Talbot as well. So no, that's probably. I think Jonas needs one more opponent before he fights a ranked opponent. Tracy Cortez, man, Tracy got pieced up for 3 rounds. Good for her. I mean, respect to her for getting that hit with that illegal knee and seeing it through. I know they took a point away from Wang Kong or Wang Tung or Wonton. I heard 3 different pronunciations. I mean, I've been calling her Wang Kong for the last year and a half. I kept hearing Wong Tung in the commentary, and I'm pretty sure I heard Anik say Wonton at least once. So, man. But anyways, unrelated. Tracy Cortez, you got to fight down. Maybe fight the loser of, let's see, Tracy Cortez. Who did she lose to before this? She lost to Blanchfield, and then before that, she beat Arujo. Tracy Cortez. Who do you even match her with? Corinne Silva, Casey O'Neill, Eduardo Mora. I think Corinne Silva might be. She's coming off that loss to Jasuda Vicious. I think she should still fight a ranked opponent. I mean, she's ranked what, eighth? She's ranked eighth, yeah. I think you give her someone coming off a loss like a Carini Silva, Casey O'Neill just won against Fernandez. I mean, she's one loss away from losing her ranked position anyway. You got to give her like not a layup, but like a final opportunity to stay in. I mean, there was a lot of talk about like, oh, she wanted to grapple Wong Kong, but she could, or Wong Tung, but couldn't because her knee was messed up or something. I don't know how true that is. I mean, she fought, look, 9 times, successful 1 time out of 9. Um, she was outstruck pretty badly. Wong Kong was very, or Wong Tung. I keep wanting to call her Wang Kong and Wong Tung. I'm calling her Wong Tung. Wang Kong, the leg kicks were devastating. I wonder if there's I would love like an actual breakdown of the strikes. I'm sure I could find it. But the leg kicks early were tearing up. I think Wong Kong, she should fight the loser of Jasudavicius versus she's fighting Blanchfield, right? Yeah, fighting Blanchfield. I think that she definitely needs to move up. She called out Shevchenko. That's not happening, bro. Shevchenko is not fighting Wong Tung. There's no way. Um, Shevchenko will probably fight Silva coming off that win over Rose Namajunas. You also have Grosso fighting Fioret. The winner will definitely get a title shot after that. So I think Wong Tung should fight the loser of Jasudavicius versus Blanchfield, and then from there you're still probably one win away from a title shot. I don't know. I understand that you have that win over Shevchenko in Muay Thai. I think she said 10 years ago. That's not enough to give you a title shot, dude. Tracy Cortez, give her any ranked opponent underneath her. Give her Mora, give her Silva, give her one more shot to stay ranked, and if she loses, she's got to lose her ranked position. Reed Basharat, Reed Basharat, heavy favorite in this one, won a decision. Um, Good fight. I mean, he's ranked 15th at bantamweight. Let me see if it's the media versus the. I don't buy the whole media rankings. I really think those. I think that was bullshit. That's the first time Dana ever said that they were media rankings. I mean, they had to have been based on record, um, quality of wins. I'm sure popularity played in a little bit, but it had to have been your record, the quality of wins, win streaks, et cetera, et cetera. I don't buy that it was all popularity. Um, that being said, Free Basharat, man, he's in bantamweight. I said earlier that Sandhagen should fight Talbot, and then I think he should fight Raul Rosas. I think that's Raul's coming off the win over Rob Font. I mean, it's a decision too. I don't think that's like a crazy enough win to make you fight up. I really don't. I mean, Rob Font's not ranked at the moment. You got a decision over him. Rob Font is older. Raul Rosas, he's a good fighter. He's up and coming, very young. He's what, like 21. That being said, that's not a win that pushes you through the rankings, especially in a division as stacked as bantamweight. So give him a Fareed Basharat, a guy that's also coming up, not necessarily as young as Rosas, but someone that these guys are clearly moving through the ranks at a young age, and then they will be top contenders one day. It's very soon in the next year or two. Fareed Basharat, he had a good win over Garza. I mean, Garza came in on short notice. He's also very young as well, like 21-ish, I think they said. Um, that being said, Basharat is undefeated. He's on a crazy, was he 15? He's 16 and 0 now. Yeah, 15 before the fight, 16 and 0 now. I think you give him Raul Rusis Jr. And then if Raul wins, then he's legit. I mean, what is his best win? I mean, I couldn't even tell you what Raul's best win is in the UFC. Rob Font, yeah, his best win is Rob Font. So a guy that's not even ranked at the moment. Give him Basharat, give him a real test, and then Basharat. If you beat Raul, then you get a better ranked position. If Raul wins, then he gets more respect, and then he can fight up against like a. That's funny saying fight up against like a Davison Figueiredo because they just competed in UFC or not UFC, BJJ. I think it was Hype Brazil, maybe a David Martinez. So maybe the winner of Talbot versus Sandhagen. But let me know what you guys think. These are just some of the key fighters from 329-1 to Matchmake. Let me know what you guys think. Especially, I'm the most curious about the lightweight title picture. I really think that it should be Gaethje versus either Arman right now, or not now, but 6 months from now, or because Gaethje is suspended for health, I believe. I think he has a 6 month suspension. If I'm wrong, then hey, book it sooner. I think it should be Gaethje versus Arman, or the winner of Arman versus Oliveira, and then Ilya versus Paddy, Max versus Rufi, and then BSD versus Fiziev. That's the one I'm the most interested to hear what you guys think. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.